Anderson Detector Shafts is one of the largest manufacturers of aftermarket detector parts. They've been making metal detecting accessories for almost 20 years. They specialize in shafts and lower rods. Make sure you go check them out at www.andersondetectorshafts.com. Are you in the market for a new detecting shovel? Look no further. Predator Tools has the best digging tools in my opinion. They are made in America out of USA certified steel. Right now, I'm using the Model 24 Phoenix and I love it. It's amazing. So make sure you go check them out at www.predatortools.com. And if you are looking to buy or sell World War II helmets, get in touch with George Lesh at Predator Tools. I would like to thank the Facebook group Everything Fun and Collectible for the great prizes they donated to our show for us to give away to you guys. So make sure you go check them out and show your support. So once again, that was Everything Fun and Collectible on Facebook. And last but not least, we have Kellyco. When you're on, make sure you go check them out. And when making a purchase, use the discount code Matty, Matty, in all capitals or all lowercase to get a discount on your next purchase. Once again, that was www.kellyco.com. Make sure you all check them out after the show, of course. So, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Maddie. Thanks for having me on. Sorry about the technical
Oh,
difficulty,
don't worry,
though.
it's not your fault.
Glad you've got it straightened out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start learning sign language now
I'm
in
gonna
case
cut
that
all that out when we
happens.
do the YouTube video.
Yeah. Oh yeah, guys, make sure to go subscribe to my channel, Taking Adventures. When I hit 2,000 subscribers, I'm gonna be eating a pineapple pizza.
I'm gonna great new video.
We have a great video that just came up about us finding some good goodies outside at a park. So you might want to go watch that. Because if you don't watch it, then I'm gonna go over to your house and steal whatever device you're watching this on. Anyways, we have 115, 16 viewers.
Yep.
Nice.
Awesome.
Anyways, so you ready for some questioning?
Sure, sure. Go for it, Maddie.
So how was 2019 for detecting?
It was great. It was great. I did a little bit of traveling for uh, 2019. But let's see, I'm looking forward to a lot more traveling this next year in 2020. But one of the highlights was, I guess, when I got to meet y'all at the Pound the Ground,
Yeah,
and that was a lot of fun. Did you have fun there?
yeah. My dad walked over to you and was like, "Hey, how's it going? Talk to you." He's like, "Oh, Matty's right here." Nope, I'm just over there rolling down the hill.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, I think I saw something where you were rolling down
yeah.
that hill
And
over
it
there.
was in KG and Ringy's video about Pound the Ground. When they're talking about how the police came and kicked us all out, you see me rolling down the hill. Boo, 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 boo,
That
boo. Yeah,
was fun.
yeah,
That was a lot.
I was walking, I tripped over myself and just went down. And then
I thought you
you,
were over there having fun rolling down the hill.
it was not fun. I ended up
Oh,
face first in the ground.
oh no, that's not good.
Yeah.
Did you have fun at Pound the Ground?
Yes, I did. I got to talk to a lot of people. Although I didn't find a lot, it was still fun.
Yeah, same for me. I didn't find that much. I found more before Pound the Ground, going out with some of the Garrett team. We had a few permissions that we hit before Pound the Ground
Oh, nice.
event and got to do some digging a few days before and found some goodies there. But most of the time I was there, I was busy just meeting and greeting people.
Yeah.
And then the weather kicked in and I lost my voice. I don't
Oh.
know if you remember that,
Yeah,
but my voice,
you mentioned that you got
I sound
sick.
bad.
Yeah.
I think the night you met me, I didn't have much voice either.
Yeah. I don't think you did.
But we still had fun
Yeah,
though,
we still did. So,
definitely.
so, how often do you water detect? Wait, yeah.
How, um, as often as I can. I don't do as much in the wintertime, of course, because the water gets cold.
Yeah.
I don't have a dry suit, but I do in the summertime. The good thing about living in Texas, right now, like today, it was 70 degrees
Oh,
Fahrenheit.
nice.
So it was nice and warm and sunny. But today I spent the day traveling back from East Texas. So
Yeah.
it was sunny there, but I got to do a lot of metal detecting while I was there. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I dug my first Indian head penny this last weekend while I was there, 1881. So that was exciting. First Indian head for the year, the
Nice.
new year.
Nice.
But as for water detecting, as often as I can in the summertime, I'm lucky that where I live close to lakes where there's a lot of swimming holes. I live about 10 miles from the closest river where there's a swimming hole there.
Ah.
And uh, then a really big swimming area is about 2 hour drive for me that I frequent in the summertime as often as I can. It's a beautiful river, the Guadalupe River, and there's inner tubers there in the summertime all summer long. And unfortunately, they lose all kinds of things. Of course, I am able to return some items, cell phones, and
Yeah.
things like that that I find. Um, so that's always exciting to be able to return something. But also, the beach, I usually am able to go to Florida at least once a year um, and surf hunt and beach hunt
Ah.
there as well.
Nice. Um, what type of things have you found in the water while you're water detecting?
Let's see. In the water, mostly jewelry and coins is the biggest thing. A lot of rings. I would say probably rings are the number one thing, rings and coins in the water. Everything from cell phones. I might have even mentioned last time I was on your show that once at the beach in Galveston, I found it had washed ashore. I found a um, urn,
Ah.
unfortunately, that someone had thrown off a ship that had been like a ceremonial yin. It was a Japanese soldier that had washed ashore
Ah.
in an urn. So that was interesting find. But mostly, I would say jewelry, watches, rings, necklaces, that type of thing.
Ah, nice. You see, when I go out in the water, sometimes I find like, a ring, find gold. But when you ask my dad that, let's just say, yeah, let's just say that he finds a lot of gold.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I wish
awesome.
I could find the amount of gold he finds.
Well, a bit, you just persistence, that's all it takes.
Yeah,
Persistence. Keep up. I'm sure you will.
hopefully.
Um, yeah, I'd say my best ever ring that I found was a platinum, men's platinum wedding band with 7 diamonds in it
Ah,
in the surf, in the water. So um, it's amazing what you can find in the water
nice.
in swimming areas.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I could find a platinum ring. That'd be awesome.
You
One of
will.
these days. So, have you ever seen any snakes, turtles, or sorry if I say this wrong, what's that?
Fish.
Or fish? How's that fish? That looks like ash. While water detecting.
I sure have. I've seen everything from when I beach metal detect from sharks
Oh,
to dolphins
sharks.
to jellyfish, lots of
Yeah, lots of
jellyfish,
jellyfish.
fish, stingray. When I used to surf hunt when I lived in Galveston, the stingray would come up right next to me,
Ooh.
but they would be so graceful. But it was a little scary because I was always worried that I
Yeah.
was going to step on one or hit one. That would hurt if one of those barbs hit me.
Yeah.
But in the rivers, mostly fish and turtles. I see a lot of turtles and fish and snakes, a lot of snakes.
Ah.
That's a thing about living in Texas. Not too long ago, I think it's in one of my videos this year, I saw a coral snake along the river. So we've got all kinds of poisonous snakes
Yeah.
in Texas. So they're just as scared of you as you are of them. So I just kind of keep my distance, and
Yeah.
I've never had a problem. I'm worried though that someday I'm just going to be um, bent down to dig and accidentally,
Yeah.
set my shovel or something to sit down on a snake. That would scare me. I would probably scream.
Yeah. Um, there's a lot of water questions coming in. What kind of scoop do you use while you're water detecting?
I have a stainless steel scoop that I bought a long time ago. My dad made a custom handle for me with my scoop. It is a wooden handle with a or a with an extra handle that he's added on there for easy for me to carry. But the stainless I've found are a little heavy. I do have a smaller aluminum scoop that I use that I travel with, and it comes apart to be able to fit in my suitcase when I travel. So I have another scoop too. I've got three scoops, three water scoops that I have. Another one that is just made of uh, I guess PVC pipe.
Ah,
But I don't use it as often. It seems a little the handle's a little more flimsy, but
yeah.
occasionally I will use it as well.
Nice. Yeah, me and my dad, we use the extreme scoops. Yeah. And they have a carbon fiber
Those are
shaft.
Oh yeah, those are really nice. I love a carbon fiber shaft for the main reason that they are so light and they're very durable.
Yeah. They're really durable and they work good.
They really do.
Mhm. So, do you use
Waiters.
waders or a wetsuit? Or a wetsuit?
I have a wetsuit and I have waders. I've used both. Um, the thing is when I detect in the summer a lot in the rivers, I usually just wear swim shorts and a t-shirt, mainly because the water is very refreshing, and in Texas it gets to be 100 degrees, so
Yeah.
um, I don't really need a wetsuit most of the time in the summer. But when it starts getting cooler, I do use my waders, and then a wetsuit. I have a wetsuit as well. I don't have a dry suit though.
Ah. My dad has a dry suit. I don't. I have a wetsuit. Let me just tell you,
Uh huh.
the one day I was expecting the wetsuit for some reason to keep me warm. Went out in the water. Not the best
Right.
experience.
It can get really cold, and that's the thing in Texas. In the rivers where I detect, a lot of them are very cold, even in the summer.
Yeah.
So when the sun is not shining, it can get a little chilly. So that's when a wetsuit does come in handy to kind of protect your skin.
Yeah. Also, you said it was 70 degrees down there?
Yeah, it's 70 degrees today in Texas.
What? I'm not even gonna ask, okay? Up here in New Jersey, it's like I walk outside for like 20 seconds and I already have hypothermia. It was like fifth.
That's why I live in Texas. I don't do cold weather well.
Yeah,
Um, I don't snow. I have detected in snow, but it's so hard to do,
yeah.
and the ground freezes, and it's hard to
Hmm.
dig. And but I did buy me some heated gloves this year, and I got a heated vest, and I'm all prepared.
For the winter.
I leave in 2 weeks. I go to Garrett is sending me to a shot show in Las Vegas, Nevada. So most of the time I will be indoors there. I'll be at the shot show at the Garrett booth there with KG and Ringy, and
Ah,
we'll be there to greet and meet people. So if any of you, you can check out that. I'm sure there's some info probably on the Garrett page, as well as uh, some, you could probably look up SHOT Show in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's coming up. I'll be leaving on the 20th of this month. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm not sure what the weather is like there, but after that, I'm going to be driving back with Tim and Carlotta, and we're going to Arizona, and we're going to be doing some metal detecting and some digging in a dump. So I'm sure it's going to be pretty cold. So I'm all prepared for the cold weather this
yeah,
time.
yeah. Up here, we're pretty we there when it comes to the winter, like we know that when it's like gonna get pretty cold, so we just go out there in layers.
In layers, yeah, that's what I usually do is dress in layers.
Yeah,
Um, Sometimes I've found that I'll dress in layers and it gets hard to move as much and bend and all that while you're detecting.
yeah,
So this year I bought a heated vest to wear under my jacket and the heated gloves. So hopefully that'll help a lot. That way I don't have to bundle up so much and
yeah,
wear so many layers. So we'll see if that works. I'll keep you posted.
yeah. Um, uh, do you use a floating sifter while you're out in the water?
I don't. I have in the past. But to me, it's just something extra to bring. It kind of would depend on where I was hunting. Um, I've found in the rivers where I hunt, a lot of times in the summer, there's too many people passing by. So it's hard to pull along that as well. So what I usually do, I just have I usually, depending on, it's hard to even use any type of sifter in there because it's bigger, it's larger rocks. So it's not gravel.
Yeah,
So I found that I don't even use when I'm hunting in the local rivers, I don't even use a scoop in the rivers. I basically dig with my hands uh, down in the large rocks and retrieve the item because a scoop you can't even you can't even get it in between the rocks.
yeah. Over here, at one of our spots, sometimes you have to like really
Right?
get in there with the scoop to try and just move the rocks
It's
out of the way.
right. Sometimes it's really hard. So, but I have, to answer your question, I have used them in the past. It just depends on where I'm hunting. Um, in the local rivers around here, the rocks are too big. I've found that that's just, it doesn't work well for the area that I'm hunting in.
Yeah. Can I just mention something? We're 25 minutes in and we've only been asking questions given to us by the audience.
That's okay.
Yeah. They have so many questions they're coming up with.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, what detector are you using right now?
So right now I mainly use the Garrett AT Max. And I switch back and forth. Occasionally, I will use my Garrett AT Pro. I carry almost everywhere I go. I carry two detectors. I carry my Garrett AT Max and my Garrett AT Pro. I usually carry my Garrett AT Pro for a backup. Um, and in case I meet anyone that wants to detect with me or try out a machine, I try to always have an extra machine with me. Um, But a long, long time ago, I used to sell metal detectors,
Oh.
and I used to have people come, and they would be vacationing to the beach, and the next thing you know, their detector would quit on them. And that's why it's always good to have a backup. You never know when there's going to be something that happens, so it's always good to have a backup machine if you're traveling. So I usually always have two machines with me, or I try to.
Yeah. Some Sometimes, yeah. We don't usually have a backup machine with us. Although my dad, when he gets tired, he has a backup person to dig for him.
There you go. You.
Yeah.
Well, when I traveled to East Texas, where I just got back from, my dad loves to help dig with me. So that it helps a lot, because when you double up and you've got someone extra to help you dig, you can dig double the targets, and it just as fast of time. So it's always fun to have somebody else digging with you.
Yeah. Um, so do you have any information on the Roman coin you found in Florida?
Oh, okay. So that's been well over 2 years, I think now. So forgive me, my memory doesn't serve me very well,
Yeah.
but I may have to go back and look. I did find the actual, when the emperor of that time and all of that, it has the Roman numerals on there. So I was able to trace it back and find out even what emperor was on there. But right now, my mind, that's the only thing bad about getting old, Matty. Your memory isn't as good as it used to be.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to know that, I can look it up, and look back and always pull the coin out and do some more research. But right now, I can't even recall.
Yeah. Here's my question.
Okay.
How, it, just how did a Roman coin, and of all places, end up in Florida?
Exactly, exactly. That was my big question at the time. When I found it, I was working under a bridge. I was hunting with a detectorist that lives there in Florida, and I showed him the coin, and he got out his loop, and we could actually make out the profile of the emperor with his little, whatever you call that,
The weird
on his head,
wreath
the wreath
yeah.
on his head. And then I could kind of tell that there was some Roman numerals on the back. But at the time, I still didn't even think, in Florida, I thought it was just a foreign coin.
Yeah.
I never expected to find a Roman coin.
Exactly.
Um, Not long after that, it was actually in the news that there was another fella not far from where I was detecting found four Roman coins.
Ah.
Um, and there has been other people that have found Roman coins in the area. So
Ah.
who knows? That's a really good question. How did that get there? My first thought was maybe during a hurricane, someone's coin collection got washed out.
Maybe.
That was my first thought. But
Who knows?
um, I don't know. I've since then I did research. After I found that, I researched some stuff that was kind of covered up. I maybe I shouldn't say that. I'll let everyone go do their own
Yeah.
research.
Who knows? Maybe
But
the
there has been Roman coins found in the area before.
yeah. Maybe the Romans just colonized a bit of Florida and then they were like the
You
first
never know,
colonizers.
right? You never know.
Yeah. So we're gonna do our first giveaway now.
Okay.
Yeah. I I find it funny that the audience just asking so many more questions than usual.
Okay.
Yeah. So weird. So we got our magical little bucket here. Gonna Oh, there's a lot of names in here. Picked out a name. Scott Hansen. are you here?
All right, Scott. I know Scott. Congratulations.
Scott Hansen, are you here? Here you go, Dad, the ticket.
Scott's a lucky guy. I think he's won a few of my giveaways as well.
Nice. Eh. Uh, yeah.
We'll wait for Sky Hansen.
Here's a question for everyone in the audience. If you guys here's a stupid question. Who wants to see Oh, he's here. Never mind. I'll tell you right after. So congratulations, Scott Hansen. Get your information out to us. We will send out the proof set to you.
Hold on. Let's do it properly.
Let me do it properly. I snapped and my headset fell back. There we go. So congratulations. Get your information out to us and we will send it out to you. Now guys, not saying that you have to, but when you win, we recommend that when you say what state you are, you use the abbreviation, because we don't know every state abbreviation off the top of our head. It's what? Yeah, it's easy to figure out.
We know most of them.
Yeah, we know most of them, like NJ, NY, TX. Yeah. So here's what I was gonna say. For all of you watching, who here would like to see a stupid video of me just naming off every country in the world? Not tonight, but like, yeah. I have to study up on the Virgin Islands in Africa, and the Australia Oceania. Other than that, I know most of them. Yeah.
Whoops.
You forgot to transition it
I
back.
did.
For the longest time, it was just a congratulations Scott Hansen picture. So back to the interview. Now we can talk about the actual questions we had written down.
Ask if you ever found any Indian artifacts.
Never mind what about I just said. Have you found any Indian artifacts?
Yes, I have. One neat thing about living close to the river, and even what's interesting is even where I live, the neighborhood I live, we have a lot of reserve area close by. We have several caves. We have, I think, 6 caves in our neighborhood.
Oh.
Um, and then a large cave not too far. Um, so the Indians were very prevalent in this area, and in the neighborhood, I actually found an airhead right up the road from me.
Oh.
But I do a lot of times when I'm out metal detecting, I will be digging a hole, just kind of like when you dig a marble or something like that. That's when you're digging down for your metal objects, and out pops something non-metal with that. And I've had that happen with a lot of Indian artifacts as well as fossils and stuff. So that's always exciting, an extra bonus. I love finding that stuff.
Nice. When I'm out like detecting, sometimes we'll find like old pottery from like the old house that was there on our property. Because yeah.
I love collecting that. The different patterns and the pretty colors. I have a lot of that as well.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Pretty sure in one of my videos you can find that we were doing sifting and I found pieces of pottery.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I love doing sifting as well as doing it, sifting and digging in dumps. Those are always fun too for bottles and other artifacts.
Yeah, that's always something fun to do. Oh, we got another question. So, Louie wants to know, have you ever dug a large cent?
Louie knows this. Lucky Lou, I know you.
I'm gonna guess that's a no.
So that is a no.
Oh.
And he was giving me a hard time. I got to see him at Pound the Ground when I got to see y'all, and I was hoping to find a large cent while I was there.
Yeah.
I was very busy with helping out with the Garrett booth and meeting and greeting people, and then I ended up getting sick. So I didn't get to do that much detecting while I was there at Pound the Ground. More, I would say, more meeting and greeting and meeting all kinds of awesome people and subscribers to my channel and people like you
Yeah.
and your dad. But I'm still that's still top of my bucket list. I'm still waiting. You don't find many largies here in Texas.
Yeah, 'cause the further west you go, not as old. Yeah.
Exactly. So I was pretty excited when I found that 1881 Indian head penny this weekend. Um,
Yeah.
so that's mostly the kind of pennies you find here. No largies, no large cents. So that's top on my bucket list for 2020.
Yeah.
Hopefully, with the traveling I'm going to be doing, I will find one.
Yeah. Up here in New Jersey, it's um large cents they're like it's still pretty cool to find them. Just it's not one of like the number one priorities. Like, oh yeah, I'm
Right,
good out there, and the one thing I want is a large cent. I mean, you want to go out
right,
there and like my dad is like every day. The one thing I want is a gold coin.
right. Gold coins top of the
Isn't that
list.
right, Dad?
Yeah, gold coin. You're always wanting the silver coins. For me, when I go, I want at least one largie.
Yeah.
I have found a half cent.
Oh.
It was a George the second, I think, half cent in the river here, and but still not the same as a large cent.
Yeah. You'll
I
know
want to find that.
you'll know it's a large cent when you pull it out and you see like a big coin there. Yeah, it
Right,
has Lady Liberty on the front and it's like,
exactly.
yeah.
That's what I want to find.
Fun fact, Lady Liberty, the Statue of Liberty, was a gift from us from the French for our for the USA's 200th birthday.
Very good trivia.
Yeah.
Love that.
So oh, we got more questions coming in. Do you do you have any family members that metal detect?
Um, Not really. My brother metal detects sometimes when I go up there with him. I usually he has a Garrett Ace 250, and he doesn't usually go unless I go with him. Uh, this last time I was there this past weekend, he metal detected with me, and he used my Garrett AT Pro. I let him use my Garrett AT Pro, and he found his very first horseshoe. He was excited
Ah,
about that.
nice.
So, um,
Whenever I find
and then
oh,
other than that, yeah, he would be the only one. My dad, like I said earlier, he likes to help me dig, but he doesn't like to metal detect. He gets excited when I dig up something unique or fun
yeah,
or a piece of history. He likes to research it, but other than that, just me.
yeah. Alright, whenever like you said your brother found that a horseshoe.
Uh-huh.
Whenever I find a horseshoe, it's like a little pony horseshoe.
Oh,
It's like
that's cute.
it's like, oh, I found a horseshoe. You pull it out, and it's like, oh man, I can't believe I found this My Little Pony horseshoe. Like, it's that size. Yeah.
That's funny.
So,
Social media.
oh yeah. Do you would you like to tell us about like your social media, such as like, YouTube and stuff, real quick?
Sure, sure. Most of you already know me through my YouTube channel, which is Zero Discrimination. I've had my channel now for what, 2.5, almost 3 years, I guess. I guess it's going on 3 years. And it's called Zero Discrimination, Detecting Adventures with Gypsy.
Nice.
And you can find me on Instagram as well. You can find me I have a Facebook group called Zero Discrimination as well. Be sure and join me there and post videos, post your finds. Doesn't matter what detector you use or anything like that. Remember, zero discrimination. So feel free to post and go there as well.
Nice. Yeah, make sure you guys go check that out. Otherwise, they'll steal whatever your device you're using right now to watch this. Um, what events will you be attending this year?
So far, of course, mentioned this month I'll be going to the SHOT Show in Vegas, and then right after that in March, I will be going to the Charles Garrett Memorial Hunt, and also planning a trip back to Rhode Island and Maine with Amanda Digger DeGauge. She's my co-host on the podcast on Monday nights. We're planning a trip back to Button Dump, so hoping to do that again this year. As for that, Garrett will be getting with me at the SHOT Show on the upcoming events that I will be attending after the Charles Garrett Memorial Hunt. Since it's the brand new year, I'm not sure of my schedule, so y'all be sure and go to my YouTube channel as well as my Facebook, Zero Discrimination, and I'll be posting the upcoming events that I'll be attending after that. So really excited about this new year and what it may bring, and to see where I'll be traveling with the Garrett team.
Yeah. When it comes to events for us, we're not 100% sure what we're going to be able to go to because soon enough my dad's going to be on a new medication. We don't know what's going to
Oh,
do. If it doesn't do anything too bad, then we might be able to go to events. If it's like just as bad as the last one, which I hope it's not,
I
then
hope.
it's not going to be looking too good.
Oh, well, I hate to hear that. I wish y'all all the best. Y'all are in my prayers and thoughts. Um, you and your family and Matthew. I know I'm a cancer survivor myself, and
Oh.
I was fortunate enough I didn't have to go through the the chemo and the radiation and stuff like you did. They just removed my right kidney, and so far no cancer has returned. So I'm due for my next my yearly checkup now this month. So hopefully that'll all be good. Fingers crossed. So
Yeah.
same for y'all.
Thank you, Dad. She says that she's praying for you.
Well, thank you.
And we hope that your checkup goes well.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
So, now, this question, usually around this time I'd ask you a question like, oh, what do you like pizza? But I already asked you that last time. So,
And I remember you like cheese pizza.
yeah. So,
That's right.
now, whenever we have someone else on for like another time, multiple times, we're gonna have a different question for that. What
Okay.
is your opinion on pineapple pizza?
Well, I have had it. Um, it's, I like it. I can't say that I don't like it.
Hmm.
Um, so it's different. I guess it kind of takes some getting used to if you're used to one type of pizza. So I
Mm.
will eat it, but it's just not my favorite.
Yeah. When I hit 2,000 subscribers, if you see me eating the pizza and I go real quick,
Just eat the pineapple first, and then let swallow that, and then take a bite, and
mm.
then you can say you've eaten pineapple pizza.
I've eaten pineapple and I've eaten pizza.
But truly, it does have that sweet and savory taste. So I like sweet and savory, so
Hmm.
I like it. It's just an acquired taste. It's not the first thing I would order if I'm ordering pizza, but I
Yeah.
do like it.
So we are going to do another giveaway.
All right.
This time we're giving away a 1997 mint proof set. Every so often I see like some joke and it's like Italians making pizza and it's all these happy Italians. It says when the person orders for pineapple on it and it's all disappointed people. So, oh wait, the bucket. I got the bucket. So we're just gonna shake this around a bit. Wait, there's two names there. Okay, there we go. This name is really close to a US president, but not just quite. Andrew Johnson, are you here? Andrew Johnson. You know what president I was referring to when I said it was really close?
Andrew Jackson.
Yep. Right now we're learning about him in school.
Awesome.
And about how he was both good and like one of the worst at the same time. When he was during his presidency, he had a duel with one of the one of the best shooters in the entire United States. Oh, he's here. Congratulations. Congratulations, Andrew Johnson. Get your information out to us. We will send out your set to you. So, what happened was what he knew the rules of a duel were that if you when one man fires, he's not allowed to fire again until the opponent fires.
Huh.
So what happened was Andrew Jackson purposely let himself get shot first. And while he was there, he that means he had all the time in the world to aim and then fire and then
Wow.
kill the guy right on the spot.
Wow. That's a big piece of history right there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be neat to find one of those dueling guns?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That would be really.
It said that he won over 100 different duels in his life.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, let's see. What can we ask now? We already asked about social media. How about something? Do you have any tips on water detecting?
Any tips? Biggest tip is always go where people have been. If you know that it's a crowded area, you're gonna find stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, you're always gonna find the pull tabs and the other stuff if it's a modern swimming area. Um, so just remember, go ahead. I guess my biggest tip is I call it taking out the trash. You're gonna dig trash regardless.
Yeah.
So make sure you're digging those pull tabs. Something that used to bother me. I want to get on a little pet peeve thing here. When I used to live near the beach, I would go out to the beach and someone had been detecting that very day. And what they would do is they'd dig a hole and they would leave the pull tab laying right beside the hole and you could
Oh.
see it. It aggravated me to no end. But this would happen continuously, like all the time. And I'm sitting there thinking, they're throwing that down and they're going to be digging it the very next time they go out.
Exactly.
It's like common sense. Come on, take your trash with you. So
Yeah.
be sure and dig those pull tab signals because that's where some of your gold is going to follow in
Yeah.
that same metal conductivity. So don't just dig those high tones. You're just mainly going to find coins and silver. You're going to miss your gold.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Oh wait, here we go.
true. He was impeached.
Oh, I did not know this. Andrew Johnson was also a president.
Oh,
He was impeached
He was also impeached.
oh wow. Didn't know that.
after Abraham Lincoln.
He was the one right after Abraham Lincoln. That means he,
Huh.
that means he had to be Abraham Lincoln's vice president.
Huh.
You mean to tell me that you have this great president, yet his vice president gets impeached right after he dies? Man. So anyways, oh yeah, Andrew Johnson. Alright, alright, anyways, what should someone bring while they're detecting? Besides, like, the obvious shovel, pouch, detectors, pinpointers, and stuff. Like something you'd
um,
recommend.
I always recommend bring water. Um,
Yes, I also recommend bringing water.
and take times, and I finished off my water and didn't bring enough water, so I usually bring a backpack, and I have my extra water in it. I have my extra batteries. Um, I have a first aid kit. You
Oh,
never know when you might fall or something like that, scrape yourself. Um, so there's always things like that. So that's
ah,
sunscreen.
yeah. Um, that reminds me of a what's it called? Don't worry, guys, we're not doing a third giveaway right just yet. We had to adjust something. Um, what happened was I believe we had what's his name from New Age Goonies. Ah, trying to remember what his name was.
Dwight?
Yeah, Dwight Cologne, and
Away.
and he told us a story. I think it was him. He said that the one day he ran out of water and he was like panicking. It-
Oh no.
He was like telling his friends that he's gonna die.
Oh no. What happened?
And he was like genuinely panicking even and then but I mean he's still here. I mean, if I ran out of water, which I rarely do, we get out of the woods, right? And my dad's all finished with water and he's like, "Hey, do you have any water your water left?" I'm like, "Yeah." I pull out a full water bottle unopened. I'm like, "Here." And he's like, "You have to drink this while you detect."
It is very important to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
So
So I like how just over half the show was just us giving questions given to us by the audience, which makes the previous 20 minutes of
it's
writing down
awesome.
questions feel useless.
Yeah, ask her.
Um,
She have a lot more questions than
um, so how would you like to be on my show again? Because we have this entire list of questions we didn't get to ask.
Anytime, anytime. You just let me know. I do have my podcast on Monday nights, but as long as I give a decent notice and let them know when I'm going to be out, I would be happy to.
Nice. All right. So something. There we go. All right. We have about 5 minutes left of the show.
give away one more
Let's
giveaway.
do our last giveaway. Our last
Okay.
giveaway is a 1972 proof set. Just so you guys know, for a little bit we're not going to be giving away gold or silver because of the uh uh never mind. You heard nothing. Just not today. I think about it. Never mind. So
Oops.
you saw problems.
Yeah. Her camera keeps adjusting on us.
Uh some reason, some stuff is happening.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about. I'm
Okay.
okay.
Look at the winner.
So I need a bucket.
Dad's got the bucket.
You gonna give
Daddy,
away the last
you got
giveaway?
the. So I got the magical red bucket.
I'm trying to get this right. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh boy. You'll never guess who won. DOUGVOWDEN. Mr. Doug Bowden, are you here? Mr. Doug, aka the 23, are you here? Just make an entire comic, Mr. 23, and he goes around and he said woohoo. Oh boy. Congratulations, 23, Doug, Mr. 23, the Doug Bowden. Get your information out to us and we will send your prize out to you. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, I live on 23 something street. I live on the 23rd house of the 23rd street of the 23rd state. So, well, anyways, we have. So, is there anything else you wanna talk about before we start to wrap up?
I just want to thank you both. Thank y'all for having me on the Matty Show, and wish you all the best in 2020. And I wanted to mention one more time. I think I mentioned the Charles Garrett Memorial Hunt. It is coming up in March 27th through the 29th. You don't have to use a Garrett machine to attend. It will be a really epic hunt this year. It's going to be at the in Canton, Texas, at the first Monday market trades days, and it's a huge piece of property where they every first of the month on Mondays they have a trades day. So there's thousands and thousands of people that go in and out of there on these market days and exchange money, and they lose things. So there's going to be lots of things to find, as well as Garrett will be planning caches for people to find, and then we will have separate hunts like a relic hunt that is going to be on a close nearby undisclosed property. Also, they're going to have something a little different this year. Texas poker, where it's a Texas poker hunt where they'll be able to win Texas poker chips for really major prizes as well. So be sure and take a look at the calendar if and get in before February the 1st. If you get in before February the 1st for early registration, you get a free T-shirt. So I hope to see some of you there and get to meet you and get our photo taken. If you need autographs, I'll be giving away stickers and stuff like that. So
Nice. So make sure you guys go check that out. Make sure you guys should go think about going there. So next week's show we're gonna be having on Steve Moore.
awesome.
For all of you who know who that is.
From Garrett.
He is from Garrett, indeed.
He is.
I'm pretty sure you'd be well familiar with him.
I would be.
Yeah. So thanks for being on. I really appreciate it. It was a fun show.
Thank you. Sorry you had the technical difficulty in the beginning,
Yeah.
but I'm glad you got it worked out.
I-
And some awesome giveaways, and congrats to the winners. And thank you all for watching, and have a happy new year.
Have a happy new year. Wait. Hold on. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Wait, make sure to go check out our YouTube channel, Digging Adventures. We just put out a brand new video where we found a lot of good stuff at a nearby park. Make sure you go
Awesome.
check out Zero Discrimination. You'll also find a lot of good videos over there. Wonder who owns that. So thanks for watching, and get out and have a digging adventure.